Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, man. Welcome to Beyond Classic Rock. Today, got a complimentary quad coming your way, man, and it's featuring the music of Metallica. We're going to start with Master of Puppets, followed by Creepy Death, and then finally, Disposable Heroes. Now, you'll notice that there's only three. My understanding is that these tracks collectively are quite lengthy, so it constitutes basically a quad, That's the understanding I've got. So before I pop this off, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to Freddy66. Thanks very much for the recommendation and the links, man. Freddy says, "Hi Wayne, I don't think you've done many reactions to Metallica. I'm sending you a triple shot of some prime Metallica from their early days. These songs hit hard and have some great lyrical content. Pay particular attention to original bassist Cliff Burton's work on these songs. It's pretty amazing. His tragic death was a big blow to their creativity and sound moving forward. Anyway, enjoy the headbanging." All right, man. Thanks very much, Freddie. So, off the top of my head, for Metallica, I've done recently, like in the last 3 weeks, I've done the Black album. And before that, I believe that there was maybe two songs of Metallica in a quad, and there's no way I'm going to remember whose quad it was. So I might have heard Master of Puppets in that quad. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just a very popular song, or maybe I've heard someone mention it, or it's been recommended, but I'm familiar with the title Master of Puppets. I know that there's an album called Master of Puppets, and there's the song, so sometimes it gets a little fuzzy, especially after 600 reactions after 3 years, so I may or may not have actually heard the song Master of Puppets. In any case, though, it's all good, man. Let's check this out. So, starting with Master of Puppets, the song. Sorry, I'm all tangled up here. Hang on, let me get my can screen. All right. Metallica, Master of Puppets. Let's get it. Cheers, baby. This is about your life being out of control because of drug use. How I'm feeling. At first I was visualizing someone possibly blackmailing him. But no, this is drug abuse. I like how it shifted the whole pace, the tone. They're stretching the hell out of this song, aren't they? Excellent. Really interesting how they write the drug in the first person. quite a song. They intend to scare the shit out of you with this song. It's definitely a song of warning about the dire consequences of going down that path with drugs, and how it's a slippery slope. You lose control, and before you know it, it owns you. It's your master. Yeah, anyone who listens to the song, if they don't get that from this song, I don't know what they're listening to. They're not paying enough attention. This song would scare the shit out of you if you are one of those abusive types of people, compulsive personality types that get hooked easily on things. This would scare you straight. You remember that movie, Scared Straight, back in the 70s, where these wannabe crooks and criminals that, usually they're high school kids, unruly and rebellious and all of this sort of shit, and they get marched in front of real criminals in the prisons, and these criminals look them in their face and say, yo man, if you walk up into these corridors after we've warned you about not going down that road that leads to here, and I see you, I'm your master. You belong to me. Man, that movie. And from that movie, a lot of reality type scenarios like that took its cue, and it was quite effective. This song is like that, being scared straight by this song and its dire warnings. Great song. And they really, really got into it deep with the structuring of the song, stretching it out, and the way they changed the tone of it, going into kind of like the soft subtleties. So they're giving your mind time to absorb the message of it. They want you to listen, and they're driving that shit home in your head. Master, master. They're rubbing it in your face. This is a personal song. Absolutely. Absolutely. They've lost people, and they're warning. Yeah, okay, even though we live a certain life and we're in this kind of field where drugs are easily accessible and rampant, it doesn't mean that we're drug abusers, right? So they're warning people about it. Great song. And just from a rock and roll structural song point of view, man, the way they stretched out the instrumentals, infused the instrumentals, and stretched the shit out of that song, even if you're really not paying attention to the lyrical content and whatnot, I don't know how you can't, because these guys sing with really, really good clarity. Some artists, I can't understand what the hell they're saying, and it would be a fool's errand to even try to decipher what they're saying and what they're singing, but not these guys. These guys sing with really, really good clarity, and I can understand every damn thing that they're singing. So yeah, you gotta catch the gist of this song. It threw me for a while because for some reason I was visualizing somebody, I'm your master now, somebody kind of blackmailing you or threatening you. But then I realized, that it's about drug abuse. Great song, man. All right. So, man, let's do this. Let's take a look at each song. This song has a lot of information and lots of album information too. So we'll just focus on the actual song because it's got a lot of info. So, Master of Puppets is a song by American heavy metal band Metallica. It was released July 2nd, 1986. It's the only single from the band's 1986 studio album of the same name. It was also issued as a promo single in the US by Elektra Records. The song was recorded during October to December of '85 at Sweet Silence Studios in Copenhagen, Denmark. It's the second title track of the album, preceded by a shorter, high-speed typical thrash metal track, Battery, a similar sequencing heard on Metallica's second Ride the Lightning and fourth and Justice for All albums. Master of Puppets is also notable for its extensive use of downpicking and long instrumental sections, beginning at 3 minutes and 34 seconds, that mark. The song also lead singer James Hetfield explained, the song as lead singer James Hetfield explained, deals pretty much with drugs. How things get switched around. Instead of you controlling what you're taking and doing, it's drugs controlling you. Unquote. The song was bassist Cliff Burton's favorite song on the album, as he said when the album was released. The song is one of the band's most famous and popular songs, frequently played at concerts. Yeah, I imagine this song would be just powerful live, man. It'd bring the house down, I'm sure. Live performances. The videos Cliff Emal, SNM, SNM2 include live performances of Master of Puppets in its entirety. A shortened form appears in Cunning Stunts. Both versions can be seen in the video portions of the Live, Shit, Binge, and Porge box set. Okay. Master of Puppets is the band's most played song, first played on the 31st of December in '85 at San Francisco's Bill Graham Civic Auditorium for a crowd of 7,000. As of August 15, 2021, the song has been performed, 1,687 times. Yeah, that's their most popular song for sure. During the band's World Magnetic Tour, additional live performances were filmed in Mexico City, Nimes, France, and Sofia, Bulgaria. These performances were released on video November 2009, Mexico and Nimes, and October 2010 in Sofia. It's got a lot of awards. Look at the list here, man. Yo, I can't read all of this shit. But okay, let's read some. Awards. VH1 ranked the song as the third greatest heavy metal song ever. In March 2005, Q Magazine placed it at number 22 in its 100 Greatest Guitar Tracks list. Martin Popoff's book, The Top 500 Heavy Metal Songs of All Time, ranked the song at number 2. What would be number 1? Would it be, what would be number 1? Probably War Pigs? Let me know what number 1 is off of Martin Popoff's list. I mean, I can look it up too, but I know somebody's going to beat me to it. Popoff composed the book by requesting that metal fans, musicians, and journalists nominate their favorite heavy metal songs. The author derived the final rankings from a database tallying almost 18,000 votes. The song also ranked number 1 on a 100 Greatest Riffs poll conducted by Total Guitar magazine. The readers of Guitar World voted the song as ranking at number 51 among the 100 greatest guitar solos. Lead guitarist Kirk Hammett's solo for Fade to Black and One ranked significantly higher on the same list. Okay, man. So they've got some fantastic guitar riffs in their arsenal. That's a good thing. All right, yeah, that was a great song with a very, very strong, compelling, hard-driving message. I got it. I definitely got it. I've never touched drugs in my life, but I still get I feel the burn and the conviction. All right, Creeping Death is next up, man. Metallica, Creeping Death. Let's get it. Israel. This is Moses speaking. This is Moses' point of view.
Now let my people go. Land of Goshen. Now I will be with thee. Push your fire. Blood running red and strong. Down the Nile. Play like the street they long. Hail to fire. So let me return. So let me die. I'm sent by the chosen one. So let me return. So let me die. To kill the firstborn Pharaoh's son. I'm breathing.
They're telling the story of Egypt in song. This is the story about the angel of death in the Bible. That story has always scared the shit out of me.
Die, my
was a hell of a lot to that outro. Wow. There you go, man. See? Give me a concept album about that. Give me a concept album from Metallica concerning the entire plight of Moses and the children of Israel, surrounding the plagues and the angel of death. Yo. But they pretty much told everything in one song. You know, they could stretch that shit out into a concept album. You see? I'm telling you, man, we should promote a new Renaissance era of artists doing concept albums. If we can't recreate that great period of creativity back in the 60s and the 70s, where especially classic rock was just bursting forth with so much, let's go back to an area of creativity where all of the capable artists of the contemporary times give us a concept album, subject matter like this shit. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that shit? Man, I would settle for that if we can't have another burst of the Renaissance period. Give me that. Every single great musical act, contemporary musical act, give me a concept album. Metallica, Tool, Radiohead, get Jane's Addiction back together. All of these great artists, the contemporary artists, give me a concept album. U2, Pearl Jam, all of them, man. Could you imagine? That would be the shit, let me tell you. What a great, especially rock and roll revival that would be. All right, you heard it first here. If that shit ever happens, I'm speaking it into existence, just in case. All right, man. Hey, that was a great song. Holy shit, man. That was an excellent song. And very, very creative, even though, it was following the plot line of an original story. But being able to just take that and just turn it into a song is a lot easier said than done. So hey, man, great creativity on their part, and hitting the instrumentals, following that same rock and roll structure again, where you're stretching the shit out of the song with the instrumentals. The instrumentals mean just as much as the lyrics, you know? So hey, these guys really have a good command on that, man. And when you are doing something like a concept album, in this case a concept song, that's very, very important. And all of that stacking that they did at the back end of this song and the outro, very, very, very important. It's an exclamation point. It's, yo, this is how I want you to pay attention to this. It isn't just instrumentals that I want you to be impressed by. I want you to be impressed by the message that we're conveying. These guys, you can say a whole bunch of things about Metallica, but they really know how to send a message your way musically, don't they? They know how to get your attention and make you listen, right? They're not just a great panel of musicians, but they've got a creative edge where they can make you focus and pay attention. That takes creativity over and above what other kind of skills that they've got. So, great song. And holy cow, lots of information. Okay, I'll have to jump around. Just on the one damn song, man. It's not just album information, it's just on the one song. Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump around. Creeping Death is a song by American heavy metal band Metallica. It was released on November 23rd in '84 as the lead and only commercial single from their album Ride the Lightning. Written from the perspective of the Angel of Death, Creeping Death describes the 10th plague of Egypt. Development. Kirk Hammett wrote the guitar riff for the bridge section when he was 16 years old. The middle section, with its ominous chants of die set to Phrygian mode chord progression, was originally written by Hammett while he was in Exodus. The song was called Die by His Hand and had been part of the Exodus setlist for live shows, but was never used on any Exodus albums. Metallica was inspired for the song by the second half of the film The Ten Commandments, which is based on the Bible tale of the plagues of Egypt. While watching the scene of the final plague killing every Egyptian firstborn child, Cliff Burton remarked, "Whoa, it's like creeping death," as the plague was represented by a fog rolling into the Pharaoh's palace. You remember that movie? Like I said, man, this story in the Bible, as a kid, scared the shit out of me. Going to Sunday school and you listening to this sort of thing, and how vengeful a God can be. That shit is scary, and that's all you remember, isn't it? And then you see the movie and you see the creeping death. Yo, man, for the longest time I was scared of this particular story in the Bible for that reason. The band liked the sound of creeping death and decided to write a song about the plagues with the phrase as its title. The single release's artwork was done by Alvin Petty. The logo and the song's title were added with a plastic layover to the existing artwork. Kirk Hammett had seen the picture hanging up at Petty's house and remarked that it would be perfect for the single and picture desks that were about to be finished. Lyrics. Further info. Plagues of Egypt. The song is told from the perspective of the destroyer, the angel of death, sent by God during the 10th plague of Egypt. Moses, through his older brother Aaron, insisted he be sent by God and repeatedly demanded that Pharaoh should set the Hebrew slaves free from Egypt to the promised land of Canaan. For the previous 400 years, the Hebrew people had lived as slaves in the land of Goshen within Egypt. To punish Pharaoh for his obstinacy, God set 10 plagues upon Egypt. The Israelites were commanded to paint their doors with lamb's blood so that the angel of death would know to pass over their homes while reaping the souls of the firstborn. The Jewish holiday Passover is celebrated to commemorate the passing over of the angel of death. Release. The single was released through Music for Nations in the UK and France. The B-sides were the cover songs Am I Evil, originally by Diamond Head, and Blitzkrieg, originally by Blitzkrieg. These songs are called Garage Days Revisited on the back cover, the 1987 EP, the $5.98 EP, Garage Days Revisited, is a reference to this title. The B-sides were later included on the compilation album Garage Inc. Damn, man. Let's just read one reception. It is ranked at number 1 on Guitar World's 10 greatest Metallica songs of all time. It was also voted by Rolling Stone readers in 2014 as the 6th greatest Metallica song in the poll, the 10 best Metallica songs. In the poll of the 10 best Metallica songs. Very, very high ranked. Why? Because it's not that its musicianship is greater than any other Metallica song. Then why? It's the story being told, isn't it? Right? You mix great instrumentals with a fantastic story being told, and that's what you get. Number 1 ranking on Guitar World's 10 greatest Metallica songs. That's a huge deal considering all of the great songs that these guys have produced. All right. Let's hit up our final track, man. That being Disposable Heroes. Metallica, Disposable Heroes. Let's get it. Just dropping that thunder right away. yours to take away.
Back to the front, you will do what I say. When I say back to the front, you will die. When I say you must die, back to the front. You coward, you servant, you blind man. Barking a machine gun fire does nothing to me now. Sounding of the clock that ticks, get used to it somehow. More a man must fight to wear, glory seeker trends. Bodies fill the fields I see, the slaughter never ends. Soldier boy, made a play, now an empty cell. 21, only son, but he served his well. Friends who kill, not to care, do just as we say. Finish here, bringing death, he comes to take away. Back to the front, you will do what I say. When I say back to the front, you will die. When I say you must die, back to the front. You coward, you servant, you blind man. Why am I dying? Hell, have no fear. Live a lying hell. Hell is here. I was born for dying.
I'm thinking of my anti-war songs when I first started my channel. All of those songs, man.
Life played out before my birth. Nothing could I say. Had no chance to see myself molded day by day. Looking back, I realize nothing have I done. Left to die with only friends. Alone I cleanse my gun. Soldier boy, made a play. Now an empty shell. 21, only son, but he served us well. Friends who kill, not to care. Do just as we say. Finish here, bring death.
I'm especially thinking of War Pigs. What they're saying in this song and that song is pretty much the exact same.
Back to the front, you will do what I say. When I say back to the front, you will die. When I say you must die, back to the front. You coward, you servant, you blind man, back to the front. Back to the front. Back to the front.
that's the way to end a really powerful, impactful song with a statement. Damn, man. Disposable Heroes. Enough said in the title right there. Yeah, very comparable to that of those anti-war songs that I was reacting to, especially the early Black Sabbath anti-war songs like War Pigs. Man, really, really powerful message again. These dudes, Metallica, they have something serious to say and talk about. And in fact, I'm going back into my brain here. I can't recall them singing any about some trivial sappy ass love songs and oh baby girl broke my heart, I'm gonna crawl in a hole and die. None of that shit. They're singing about some serious subject matter here, man. You know, and even if you are just not tuned into their lyrical content, just the intensity of the instrumentation and the pounding thunder and just driving the point, you know, you get a sense of urgency, you get a sense of angst that, yeah, these guys are definitely trying to convey something, you know, at least you get that. But yo, and again, great vocals, very clear. I understand every single word. Those lyrics on the screen flashing up weren't even necessary at all, because I totally get the point. And if I focus on lyrics going up and all of this sort of thing, I'm watching things in my mind and I'm catching only half of it. But if I'm got my own thoughts in focus, I'll get pretty much more anyway. I won't get the whole song, but I'll get more of it. I find that lyrics on the screen just throws off my processing for some reason. I know that there are some people that really insist that I check out a song with the lyrics up sometimes to at least get an idea of what it's about. I get it. You know, like with yes reactions, I won't argue. You know what I mean? But for the most part, yeah, I find that lyrics just, I don't know, scrambles my brains and I don't get as much out of it, you know? Are you the same way? Like, I mean, I'm talking first listen, but, you know, follow-up listens when I know that I've missed a bunch of things, go back through it again the second time, and now I'm following along with lyrics and kind of filling it in, doing a little bit of backing up research. Okay, you know, I get it like that. Yeah, but for a first listen, I find the lyrics to be really distracting, and I don't get as much out of the song. And if I'm focused on the lyrics, I'm missing all of the other good stuff about the song, the musicianship, song structure, all of those things that my mind is usually taking note of. I miss it. And that's when I do stupid shit, like talk through guitar solos. All right. What a song. Powerful impact. I feel the burn just like when I was back in the day checking out my anti-war stuff. And it's so easy to fall into this and to want to, you know, go into it deeper. But I'm going to hold off because I kind of got lost in it in the anti-war phase, man. I was just going off, and my friends are watching this and they're like, yo, man, we left for work, we came back after work, and you're still sitting here doing reactions to anti-war songs. And you said that you, with your channel, you were only going to do 3 or maybe at the most 4 reactions a week, but you're sitting here, you're doing reactions every day with anti-war songs. That's how crazy I got into it, man. So, but there was no one around to kind of warn me about how to start a reaction channel, how to proceed, how to gently wade into things. You know what I mean? I just jumped right in. All right, enough of that reminiscing shit. So, Disposable Heroes. Disposable Heroes appears on Master of Puppets. It's an anti-war song about a young soldier whose fate is controlled by his superiors, using soldiers as cannon fodder in the war. It's about the complete disregard the country in question has of its loyal troops and its heroes. With sections performed at 220 beats per minute, it's one of the most intense tracks on the record. The guitar passage at the end of each verse was Hammett's imitation of the sort of music he found in war films. Syncopated riffings of Leper Messiah challenges the hypocrisy of the televangelism that emerged in the 1980s. Man, yeah. I can still spiel off a whole bunch of those phony assholes. The song describes how people are willingly turned into blind religious followers who mindlessly do whatever they are told. The 136 beats per minute mid-tempo riffing of the verses culminates in a descending chromatic riff in the chorus. Wow, man, this is some serious musician stuff here. It increases to a galloping 180 beats per minute for the middle section that climaxes in a distorted scream of lie. The title derives from the lyrics to the David Bowie song Ziggy Stardust. Orion is a multi-part instrumental highlighting Burton's bass playing. It opens with a fade-in bass section heavily processed to resemble an orchestra. It continues with mid-tempo riffing, followed by a bass riffing at half-tempo. The tempo accelerates during the latter part and ends with music fading. Burton arranged the middle section, which features its moody bass line and multi-part guitar harmonies. We're just still going down the list of the songs on the album here. Yeah, I'll stop there. It's just got little bits and pieces here. What an excellent song. And the message behind it is really, really powerful, like I said, And I draw parallels to this and to some of the Black Sabbath songs, namely War Pigs, about there being a warning, a dire consequential warning, and calls to action to make things better, and not to be a sheep and just trust what the government say. You're a soldier, you gotta go, you gotta die when I tell you to die, and you gotta be this way. And then that passage that says to death, he's all yours. Holy cow, man. Anti-war songs, they definitely get under my skin, that's for sure. All right, so that concludes our look at this excellent quad, actually a triple, but I understand being the length of the songs. I'm just checking my notes here, man. Yeah, so on this platform, I'm running a little bit late behind myself, man. I've been so busy with work and everything. So I definitely have reactions, especially owing to Pete. And then Robert, Charles, Joshua, I've got reactions for you. And I've got a couple of new patrons to take care of. So playing catch up here, man. What was I going to say now? Yeah, coming up on this platform, there's a bit of a variety mix coming at you. There's always variety, but I'm looking forward to it. There's a couple of really nice soul grooves. I know that John has some jazz in the chute, and there's some folk rock coming up, and a couple of really excellent lady talents. So I'm looking forward to checking out some of the stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks, man. That's for sure. So thanks for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the hell out of it. Metallica is a really excellent listen, not just for their musicianship, not just for the classic rock song structuring that they're following and using, but also for what they're singing about and the way they deliver it to you. When they want you to pay attention, they know how to get your damn attention, and the musicianship is just choice for that. They're really, really great and really creative, and that's the best part of them. Not just the thunderous musicianship, but their creativity is the best part of Metallica. Anyways, thanks for joining me, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you later. Peace.